Well, in New York City, a longtime campaign advisor and campaign volunteer for Mayor Eric Adams was just suspended from her position. She handed a local reporter more than $100 in cash that was concealed inside a potato chip bag. This all happened at an Adams campaign event yesterday in Harlem, according to that reporter's outlet, The City.
The advisor, Winnie Greco, later told the city the money offer was a mistake and apologized. Her attorney added that her intent was, quote, purely innocent and a gesture of friendship and gratitude. Greco also used to be a City Hall employee under the Adams administration, but she resigned last year after the FBI launched an investigation into her alleged ties to the Chinese government. NBC News national law enforcement and intelligence correspondent Tom Winter has those details. Okay, Tom, I want you to take me back to the beginning of the story because there's a lot to unpack here. And did you tell me that the reporter didn't even know she had been given money?
That's exactly right. So first off, Greco's volunteering for the Adams campaign, given the fact the FBI had searched 2 of her properties, that there was an ongoing federal criminal investigation about possible ties, and to be clear, she hasn't been charged. We'll hear more from Greco in a little bit. She hasn't been charged in that investigation. Then for her to go back and volunteer for the Adams campaign after she resigned, that definitely caught questions. So we're looking at Greco there. Apparently what happens yesterday, according to the city and according to Honan, she is at this event for Mayor Adams opening a new campaign office in Harlem, sees the reporter, Katie Honan, and there's a text message back and forth between the two. They agree to meet at Whole Foods, presumably to have a discussion, to have a chat. Sure. Honan's doing her work as a reporter. She insists that she take this bag of chips. And it isn't until Honan leaves the store after initially declining and says, you know, I don't need a gift, I don't need a bag of chips, that she sees that it's opened and then sees that there's cash inside. Now, they haven't tallied up the total amount in cash because they thought, is this evidence of a potential bribe? We don't want to be seen as going through it. Is it evidence potentially for law enforcement? We'll get more on that in a second. So they take this bag and they report it to the city's Department of Investigation. They report it to federal authorities. And Honan comes out with a statement and says, look, I'm here for information. I'm not here for cash. The city also comes out with a statement saying, look, effectively, this is the wrong reporter to try this with. This isn't what we're about. There's a free and fair press in the city, and we're not going to take any money. You're looking at this statement there from their editor-in-chief. So obviously, Greco had been on every reporter's tongue. The fact that she was back with the campaign, and then this incident really calls into question, what is this individual all about?
It's so weird to be handed a bag of chips that's open with cash in it and not realize it.
That is not on anyone's bingo card
right?
for 25. Yeah.
I do wonder how the Adams campaign itself is responding. We obviously heard from Greco.
Right. So they've suspended her from the campaign. They said, look, this isn't what we stand for. This isn't what we're about. Greco and her attorney, for her part, say, look, this is a gratuity and this is kind of part of potentially part of a culture. I want our audience to understand, as a reporter who's covered Chinese nationals, the Chinese government, Chinese American citizens, nobody has ever offered me a bribe or cash or given me a bag of anything as a result of that reporting. I'm curious what the city's Chinese American community might think about the fact that somehow they think this is part of the culture. Right. I'm aware of no other reporter who's ever received cash in this way. Greco tried to apologize to the reporter as well. Development late last night, both the Department of Investigation in the city of New York, which is for people that aren't from here, the Inspector General effectively of the city, said, look, we're aware of this claim. We've received a notice from the city about it, so we're going to look into it. The United States Attorney's Office, the federal prosecutors who had been conducting that investigation into any sort of potential improprieties by Greco, did come to the offices of the city, this news publication, and seize that bag of chips. Whether or not that ultimately ends up an investigation, how that could be part of whatever they're looking into, it might not be. That's something that obviously will continue to follow in a city with a lot of bizarre incidents involving politics. This one goes to the top of the list.
Certainly generating headlines. Tom Winter, as always, thank you so much.
You got it.
We thank you for watching. And remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.